Bro, I don't. Oh, okay. We live.
We're live. What was you about to say? Something crazy.
No. We'll save that. We'll save that. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Send the broadcast out.
Yeah, broadcast is now gone out.
All right. Okay. Silence that, please. Yo, what's good, people? It's currently 8 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. Oh my God, it's 8 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time on the 8th of the 8th. That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy timing. 8:08:88. 2022. Welcome to another legendary episode of the game. Every single Monday, 8 p.m. UK time. Free weekly stocks, crypto, live technical analysis with AMAs and special guests, courtesy of Blockchain Sensei. Register your free tickets to this live weekly Zoom webinar on our blockchain.sensei linktree Instagram bio. Replays at youtube.com/blockchain sensei. Before we get started, it is very important that we tell you this super exciting disclaimer. So, big ups Dan entering the room. If you are listening to this on replay, Apple Music, Spotify, audio, etc., please do check out the YouTube. You'll get more value. If you're watching this on YouTube, try to attend live. You'll get more value, different energy. You can ask questions. Okay, so quick disclaimer: all our content is for education, information, and
entertainment purpose only.
Exactly. No information should be considered
Investment
advice,
yes,
or a financial recommendation to buy, sell any assets, or place any trades.
Yeah.
Please always do your own
research.
It is very important to do your own analysis before doing any or making any investments based on your own individual circumstances. If you've not paid your mum her rent yet, don't buy any crypto. Go pay your mum her rent, right? Always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor, or independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our content. Do you wish to rely upon whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise? All investments come with what, boys? Risk. Please always do your own
research.
We are not
financial advisors with the paper.
And we do not intend to be perceived or received as
financial advisors with the paper.
Exactly. There's no paper here, man. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors who do have that piece of paper. Okay, so you can take financial advice from them.
I remember when it was just one person we had that piece of paper, but now we've got a couple still.
We've got a few people with the papers.
More than a couple.
We got a few. Okay, not us on camera. They're not front facing. But if you need to speak to them, we'll put you in touch. If you're unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Okay.
I put some news on the IG as shit. No, I haven't actually. Wait. Watch this live posting of news right now. Let me do it.
There should be some fresh ones on our IG as well.
Let me do it right now.
Free posts.
The most important. There we go. There's very important news. Thanks again to Crypto Rank. Okay, so that's that. News is there, and then I'm gonna do some retweets on that Twitter of my tweets because I've been doing some fire tweets still. Yeah. Then once that's done, I'm gonna go and get my notes because my notes are downstairs.
Yeah, everybody go check out Mr. Harding on the Twitter, always going crazy. Also, make sure you follow Blockchain Sen on Twitter. For the latest news and updates on stocks and crypto, we're very, very active.
There you go. You should be able to do it now. Try now.
What would you want me to do?
Just go to the IG, share the IG.
Oh, for sure, for shizzle. Okay, so let's go to Instagram.com/blockchain sensei. Oh, big ups to Stallman on the news.
There you go. Right, let me go get my notes.
Very interesting times.
Why? What's good, guys? How's everyone doing? To get into this.
Ollie, man.
He's killing it. Ollie's killing it.
Yo,
Man.
shout out our homie. Follow him on Instagram, Oliver M. Gilbert, who specializes in mergers and acquisitions, student of Ken Mack. He was a Ken Mack as well. He's got some great crypto content about DeFi online.
One thing you do when you position the camera a bit angular. There you go. Now both in it.
Today we're going to be doing a market special. Sorry, a technical analysis special. Checking is the bottom in. Now I'm going to be honest. The general consensus of the market was going through a dead cat bounce, and the market would keep rising. Maybe Bitcoin would get to 38,000 or what have you, and then the market would take a massive dump. That was the kind of consensus pre-earnings reports, because that's what macroeconomic conditions kind of dictated towards: quantitative easing, slowing down, interest rates super high. So we were expecting, a kind of fake out, but there is a possibility that the bottom has already came.
Back.
Yeah, I know it is possible. 10 trillion's been put in the stock market in the past 23 days or what have you. Shots blockchain backer. I think it was I can't remember the exact chart. I could be wrong. It's either the Dow Jones hasn't pierced through the 200 moving day average in the past 12 years, or is it?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. So are we going to break that?
There's a lot of these like 50-year, 12-year, 20-year things that have never happened before, that everything's lining up. So I think it was not this episode, the one when we had Lucas on and we did all that TA, and I was saying, look, we've got one of two options. We're either going down for a recession or we're going up. Everyone's going to dump on us, and then we're getting the depression. And it looks like everyone went for option 2, the depression.
That sounds amazing, bro. Tell us more.
Right now, we're going up, and the earnings reports should not have gone up, but they've gone up. And the biggest news of why we're doing this and why the bottom's actually in is because they changed the meaning of the word recession. I think we discussed this before. Like literally on Wikipedia, everywhere, all around history, everyone in the world knows a recession is 2 quarters that have been negative. And then they changed it and just added some bullshit context of like, it depends on this and it depends on that and which is clearly a cover up to get retail and people to keep investing. And what's happened? The earnings have also been good. The market's gone up. Now, the other reason they're saying it's not a recession, I've put this out there. I think I put this as a tweet. I'm not too sure, but I want anyone to answer. This is one of those riddles, but it's a good one. It relates to what's happening at the moment. So they decided that it can't be a recession because the employment is up. So here's a riddle. If the employment is up, and the layoffs are down by 59%, how do you look both ways at the same time?
Employment is up.
Yeah, but layoffs are up also.
Same.
But what? But you say layoffs are up by 59%. What's have you got the stat for employment or not?
I haven't got the stat for the employment, but either way, listen to what I'm saying. Employment is up and layoffs are up. How is it possible to look both ways at the same time? Let me break it down for you and explain this riddle further. So, how would it be possible to look both ways at the same time? Well, what we got to really assess is this. When it comes to employment, how can you be employed 2 times at once? Is that possible?
Yeah, because you can have 2 part-time jobs. You can have like two 10-hour jobs rather than 1 40-hour job.
Exactly. So that's what's happened.
You know what? I feel like the government are the kind of people because they'll always put like the good metric. So they'll take a metric where like somebody's making 40 grand gets fired and then he gets 2 part-time jobs, one at Sainsbury's and one at Iceland, and then he's like, yeah, we'll put the statistic out that that's double employment.
Yep, that's what's happened. So how and why have people got double employment? There's a thing called remote working now that never existed before, and a 0-hour contract. If you're on a 0-hour contract, you're probably going to take a remote working job.
Yeah, of course you are.
So then you've got 2 jobs.
Yeah. So then employment's up.
Yep. But in layoffs are up as well because companies are firing people and then putting the staff that they're keeping on 0-hour contracts. But then it gives the illusion that there's loads of employed people.
They're bugging, man.
But there isn't. So yeah, that's that bit. So yeah, let's go back to the IG. Some of that news is fire.
Yes, sir. Where should we start?
We've got to go from the Friday. So let's go here. Go on, Everton FC to launch digital shirts for fans in the metaverse. Normally, I wouldn't read all of this, but because Storms wrote it, I'm going to read it. Everton FC, which is actually my dad's name, Everton as well. Martin. My old password for my old emails back in the 90s.
Hey, we started from the 80s, guys.
Yeah. Everton FC has formed a partnership with sports fashion platform FanCurve to create digitally wearable shirts for club supporters as the Premier League teams looks to build on technological advances, innovation. The pair will introduce Toffee's followers to officially licensed non-replica club branded shirts for fans to clothe their avatars in the metaverse. The club last month secured a primary sponsorship partnership with cryptocurrency online casino sports betting company Stake.com as part of ongoing digital expansion. This was expected the most valuable sponsorship agreement in club history. Stake.com's logo is now prominently displayed as Everton's primary partner in front of the men's and women's playing uniforms, as well as on screens and media backdrops at Goodison Park, Finch Farm, and across Everton's digital assets. Very interesting. Let's see if B Will can answer this one, the riddle. Will, what's up, homie? So I got a riddle for you. So they've said that there's not a depression because employment rates are up. So the question is, how do you look left and look right at the same time? Because employment is up. The lion. Employment is up, but layoffs are also up. So how is this possible? Everyone else knows the answer because I just told them. But I want to see if you know. Okay, I'll give you the clue that I didn't give to everybody else. How is it possible for people to have 2 jobs at the same time whilst getting fired at the same time? Not possible? Ah, well, it is. The answer is if people get laid off and put on a 0-hour contract, they've just been fired and hired. If they then are on a 0-hour contract and then they get a remote working job working from home to cover their what they're lost out on hours, they've now got 2 jobs. And that's what the government's seen and has gone, oh yeah, there's people still got loads of jobs. The job market's up. When in reality, it's not the case. If you go to the next bit of news.
Photo Vogue X Voice NFT. Photo Vogue partners with the NFT platform Voice for an NFT residency. Sounding like a DJ slot, lad. Photo Vogue, who connects artist community and comments through Condé Nast global creative networks. We champion talent and influence visual literacy to help foster a more just, ethical, and inclusive world. Announced they are entering an eco-friendly NFT platform called Voice HQ. Together, they will launch NFT residency that will help emerging artists and creators. This world is just coming up with new words. NFT residency.
Yeah.
You can have a digital residency as an NFT digital artist in a digital space, like a habitual residency, like a DJ has a residency at a club, like Thursday night, catch me DJing. Now NFT artists can say, catch me in this space.
Yeah, there you go.
It's crazy.
It's mad.
the partnership. Have you ever even heard the phrase NFT residency?
Nope.
That is like a new word, right?
Yeah.
As new concept that we just come across. The partnership with Vogue will expand its horizons into the NFT domain. The choice to work with Voice works as it is a mutual ethical platform and eco-friendly, and both share a vision. The residency will be for 1 month over autumn. The curators will be supplying tools and their expertise to help creators on their path with their creativity in the digital space. The successful residents will receive $750 and a further $750 in credit to spend within the Voice ecosystem, and also receive an additional bonus via commission on their primary sales. Yeah.
Mad.
Storm.
Next bit of news.
Who he likes.
You want utility? Z-Run added utility. Oh, this is that horse racing one.
Yeah.
I need to pay attention to this one because this one's been popping off, and people love horse racing all over the world.
You know, the first person that mentioned horses in the metaverse that I ever heard was Debs from Stock Pickers Academy.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, I never really heard the idea of like.
I heard about that early on, bro. I heard about it when it came out.
That was one of the first things I heard about, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
From being in the DeFi trenches, bro. I heard that one.
So huge shout out to NFT Plaza for sharing this information. Z-Run tweeted on the 3rd of August, did someone ask for utility? And this is what they will be doing. Peer-to-peer lending has been one of the most anticipated additions to Z-Run landscape, and we're excited to announce it will soon, really soon be a reality. So Z-Run is a game. Lending offers current and new users the ability to enjoy free gameplay, in-game experiences and access to platform rewarding events. A safe, secure, and free way to access racehorses is still relevant. Lending also represents the first. Whoa,
I got it.
Okay, cool. A safe, secure, and free way to access racehorses of all calibers and then rewards. Lending also represents the first instance of utility for the Z token. Acquire a lending permit in order to put racehorses into the lending platform, lending marketplace. Lenders will need to lock up Z tokens and acquire lending permits. Like a ticket to an event, lending permits grant racehorses access to the lending marketplace. The amount of tokens required for each permit will be displayed in the marketplace. Okay. Check it out.
Then up, the big one, the Coca-Cola one.
Yes, sir.
Skip that one. Fully gone.
Do you want to read this one out? Keith?
Oh yeah, Coca-Cola and collaboration of International Friendship Day.
I
Coca-Cola.
am hopping this right now.
Coca-Cola, one of the oldest and most renowned beverage businesses in the world, has unveiled a new NFT collection on a Polygon blockchain. The NFTs were made available as a thank you to individuals that helped Coca-Cola on its metaverse journey. According to from Polygon Studios.
I knew I should have got that Coca-Cola NFT.
Yeah. Coca-Cola will not be entering the NFT market for the first time, but the item has already attracted the community's interest. It conveys a message of connection and unity as a design that was influenced by the bubbles inside the Coke bottle. The friendship artifacts, according to the Polygon piece, were airdropped to owners of the earlier Coca-Cola collectibles. Oh, yeah, you're right, Mike. Recipients reportedly have had the chance to enjoy the spirit of friendship by sharing their valuables with a buddy. The NFT must be shared with a buddy in order for it to be disclosed, which adds its specialness. Additionally, Taffy, a business that produced digital avatars, produced the new pieces. The NFT features a whole range of animations and color schemes, giving it a strong aesthetic appeal. Register your free tickets for education Zooms. You know,
That's us.
in the game. That's us right there.
All right, got one final bit of news. It's just a whole market overview. Steppen, we'll just mention that, but we won't go. This one, the market overview.
So a Steppen, which is kind of a literally step to earn platform on Solana, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
At Steppen, they state their priority is their community and advise that they are actively working to better match their development with the need of their community interest. On August the 8th, Steppen had held a space discussing their thoughts on Steppen's long-term space. For those that aren't aware, Steppen have been under scrutiny in the past because they said that basically, well, not they, but the community of Steppen have basically said that as they release more and more of these Solana sneakers, it just devalues them, and then the value of their NFTs are not going up. That's been the commentary from the Steppen community. They advise they firmly believe that the community should gain from its members' contributions to the project, and that devoted users who stick with it for a long time should be rewarded. We aim to keep providing our customers with fresh gameplay options and other tools that will help them connect. We think that opening up the GMT earning is a crucial first step in achieving these objectives. The GMT earning sneakers. There will be 4 pools. I don't know how to say that. Schadenfreude pool will be releasing a new series of rainbow shoes: Rainbow Pool, Rainbow Plus Pool, and Classic Pool, made for all current sneakers. Generations A. A sneaker must be for GMT mining if it achieves level 30. Okay, so here are just the actual more complications, which I won't read out.
Go to the next one, next image, because this is my favorite one every week. So market overview. So we are up 2.9% in market cap of the crypto market. The BTC dominance has actually increased by 0.3%. The fear and greed index is now at 30, so people are starting to get a little bit less scared. So it means that it's still an okay buying time if you are interested in buying in during this time. The spot volume is up 10%. There is now 16,603 cryptocurrencies. Then in terms of the top gainers, we have Luffy at 35%. Trending searches: Bitcoin, Tether, Solana, Near Protocol, Optimism, and XRP. And if you go to the next slide with it in this, pressing the arrow, bingo. So cryptos by social activity. Now we have Bitcoin number 1 with 458 million social engagements and 145k social mentions in the last 7 days. Ethereum in second place with 236 social engagements and 95.9k social mentions. Solana in third place, SafeMoon in fourth place, Dogecoin in fifth place.
How is SafeMoon number 4 this week?
Something's going on.
Something is going on. Something is going on.
Yeah, 16.5 million social engagements.
That's all mad. That's paid for.
Something's going on there, definitely.
That is not natural. The world. I refuse to believe the world cares about SafeMoon right now.
So I would suspect that there might be another pump coming on SafeMoon just because of that.
Yeah.
Let's check.
So
that was a good flip. Piano, we put me on that.
Hey.
Yeah, a lot of people made a lot of money on that one last year. I didn't, because I was very anti meme coins, and I I wish I put at least a tenner in. I could have, but I didn't.
Bro, that safe moon going safe your moon, boy.
Yeah. So as we can see,
Maybe not now.
there is a lot of talk around these meme coins at the moment: Safe Moon, Dogecoin, and Shiba. So expect some movement from those, and that will entice all of dumb retail back into the markets as per usual.
And
So
then the SHIB as well, of course.
there'll probably be a new creature created or a new thing created this time around.
What animal, guys? We're gonna predict what animal it's gonna be.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a monkey.
You're gonna say it's gonna be a monkey, but
Do you know if it's gonna be a cat season? Because the cats never made it to like the top 100.
That's a good shout. It could be a cat.
I think it's cats.
Yeah, it would make sense because people love cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good shout. It's a good shout. Let's go to the next slide. Oh, back on that. Put the next slide. There's game in here. Okay, dApps with the highest numbers of users on Ethereum. Let me just read one of my tweets, and I got this tweet from Mark Cuban. If anyone's heard of Mark Cuban, he kind of knows what he's talking about. He's a very, very successful investor. Now, Mark Cuban, what was the tweet that he said? Oh, can't find it. Well, basically, the main thing he was talking about is that it's all about revenue. It's all about revenue, and it's all about users. If you don't have users, it's pretty unlikely you're going to have revenue. If you don't have revenue, it's pretty unlikely you're going to have a business. So in regards to that, let's look at what crypto projects have the most users. It makes sense. If they've got a lot of users, probably might increase in their revenue. Now, on that one, let's just to give context to what I'm going to say here. Where's this tweet? Please tell me it went through. Why didn't none of my tweets go through? This is mad. I tweeted. Okay, let me just do it off the dome. So some mad facts for y'all here. 2021. Actually, let's talk about what it is now. Binance used to have currently has 120 million users. How many users do we think Binance had last year, 2021?
Way more.
You think it's gone down? I want you to type in chat.
Are you talking about active users or existing users? Because
Just users on the platform.
Oh no, because people wouldn't be deleting their accounts. That'd be crazy. So last year, what, January, or this exact time?
Yep, this time last year. How many users do we think were on Binance? If there's 120 million now.
Today, I'm just gonna take a random guess and just say 50 mil.
I'll say 60 mil.
I could imagine it doubling.
As a random guess.
Yeah.
Okay, the answer is actually 20 mil.
Whoa, it's 6x.
They done a job.
Damn, 6x.
Which is crazy. Now, next, a question I'm going to ask you is how many trillions do you reckon was traded in crypto last year? These are all facts according to
the whole of 2021 or just on Binance platform?
2021. We'll call it the whole of 2021 on
all 2021 across the entire market.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine because the market peaked at nearly 3 trillion, but you're also talking about trading volume, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even different.
That's multi-trillions then. 15 trillion?
30 trillion.
I stand by 15 was a good guess.
Yep. So again, that shows there's a lot of revenue and a lot of money being made. And most of that is going to exchanges because that's where the money is flipping. So exchanges that are making money that have got good revenue: Uniswap, MetaMask Swap, Sushi Swap, OX Protocol, 1inch Protocol.
Yeah.
The fact that no one thinks about MetaMask Swap. No one ever even thinks about MetaMask because it's very, very, very high revenue company. The
Yeah.
fact that you can actually buy crypto from MetaMask, you can connect it to your Revolut.
Everyone knows about MetaMask.
But people don't think about it.
No,
That's why, like, if or when MetaMask release a coin, it has to be well.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. And that's when you know that's when the best product's being made, when people use it without thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bingo. So yeah, that's some good stats there. I hope everyone's taking value from this source that I'm giving. It's indirect investment-y kind of guidelines. Next is, again, an area that makes revenue, makes money, is DeFi. Let's look at the top DeFi platforms. We have Polygon, Hex, Aave, Lido, Hop, Bungee, Convex, Stellar, Wormhole, Compound. So of those, yeah, do your own research. Next is games. Now, again, the one that's interesting is the percentage change in users. That's what you want to look for. So percentage change in users in this side, Stargate Finance up 49% in the amount of users that it's had. It's gone to 1.3k users. In the terms of the gaming side, at the bottom, we can see you don't really need much to increase. It's like 425, 453 users. Up the top, it's crazy. 1.17k new users, up 204%. I'm just going to say, you might want to look into NFT worlds. There's a bit of action going on there. Just saying. That is real traction from a real business having more users, which means they're going to have more revenue, which means they're a much better business. Just saying. Also, about that cat thing, Crypto Kitties, Moon Cat Rescue. See? So yeah, that's on that one. Just plugging away there, giving these shills. So Meta expands NFT support on Instagram to 100 countries. BlackRock are now offering crypto for institutional clients through Coinbase, which we said last year, and now they've made it public this year. More than 8,000 slope wallets drained in an apparent exploiting Solana. Nomad cross-chain crypto bridge suffers a 190 million hack. Binance co-founder Yeehee to lead a 7.5 billion VC arm for Binance Labs. Brevin Howard raises more than 1 billion of crypto hedge fund. Magic Eden to launch support for Ethereum NFTs in the coming weeks. And Michael Saylor stepped down as the CEO of MicroStrategy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do not go back. Go back. Right? Because
Michael Saylor, what?
Michael Saylor, what? But first of all, let's talk about number 5 for a quick second. Yeah. So this VC, because as we know, as crypto people, most of things being built on Binance Smart Chain is a shitcoin. Everyone knows that crypto, right? Mm-hmm. So do you reckon this VC arm is going to be part of like the seriousnessization, whatever, just making Binance Smart Chain more serious for developers? Like, do you reckon they'll favor things built on Binance Smart Chain? Because to this day, I can seldom name you anything that's serious on that blockchain.
And again, just because it's the game, I'm going to give away some game. Someone earlier this week asked me to show them how you can find out what's in Coinbase's portfolio. Coinbase have now teamed up with BlackRock officially now. And then on top of that, we've got Binance saying that they're going to be injecting several billion into projects. I think now is a good time to look into their portfolios. Does anyone agree?
Yeah.
So let's look into their portfolios and show you how you do that. You just go into CoinMarketCap, you click on categories, you scroll down, and then you find their portfolio. It's literally that simple. So Coinbase will open up theirs. And then we're looking for Binance, right? Alameda Research, this is the FTX portfolio. Andreessen Horowitz, the leading VC.
Boys, our favorite VC.
Polychain, that's a good one to check out. But we are looking for Binance Launchpad. Oh, there it is, Binance Labs. There we go. So this is the one that's getting all the money. So all that money is going to get poured into these projects: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, Elrond, BitTorrent, Oasis Network, which we've talked about that one before. Carver, 1inch, Harmony, Audius, we've talked about that one before. Moonbeam, SXP, Winklink, Bioeconomy, Cartesi, Terra Classic, Injective, Shen2, Band Protocol, Tranchess, Hopper, Seri Network, Open Ocean, Ethereum Push Notification Service, Cred, Open Leverage, Block Ape Scissors. Now, this project I've heard of before. So this one I'm going to just flag. Especially being as the market cap is currently around 7 million. So if you've heard it here first, let's go and look at Coinbase's portfolio, because Coinbase's earnings report comes out this week. And look at that. Some of the things that we've mentioned several times are in their portfolio. Polygon, Uniswap, who we just mentioned, Flow, Mina, Arwe, Compound, Audius. What else is here? There's some new ones in there that I've not seen there before. But the ones that I'm looking at are these ones down here. Because these are the ones nobody knows about. So I'm going to go and research and figure out why Coinbase have got them. Then what you want to do is you want to click on one of them and you want to see, are these ones that are low down here, like this one at 2 million market cap, which other big boys are invested in it? If there's more than one big boy invested in it, looks like there is a few here, a few VCs raising for this. You might want to do some more due diligence. Let's go Almedia. So this is FTX's one, obviously FTX token. Arve in there again. Curve again. 1inch keeps popping up. Compound keeps popping up. Immutable X, you've heard us mention that. Render token, you've definitely heard us mention that. And then again, when we look at the bottom, this is where the big gainers are. Jet Protocol, blockchain space, Parastate. So yeah, do your own research on those. And finally, A16Z. Oh, Flow again, Uniswap again, Oasis Network again, Arweave again, Compound again. Just saying. Not telling you what to invest in, do your own research, but I'm just saying that Andreessen Horowitz, the leading crypto VC, Alameda, FTX platform, Coinbase, and Binance, just showing you what they're investing in, and they've got the largest platforms and the largest VC arms. So, yeah. Yeah. So after all of that game, let's go and do some TA. Because that's what this episode was meant to be about. So go on, Ninja, you can start.
Oh, for sure. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to do a little opening.
I'd say that was 30 minutes of news and 15 minutes of mad shilling indirectly. If people actually understood what we were doing there, they'd be like, raw.
Okay, so let's just have a look at some recent activity in the within the stock market. So we've had quite big. Well, see, the thing is with the charts, guys, the charts can be deceiving because let me just teach you guys something first of all. So this is just a quick macro lesson that I taught one of my boys, in case, because I know we have beginners here, so I like to kind of cater for everyone. But I'll get back to the macro market in a second. Basically, for you guys that don't know, the most important tool, in my opinion, in TradingView is the measuring tool. And the reason why, let me just take over this. Let me take out this moving average for a second to not confuse you, because the human eye thinks here to here is a crazy move. Now it is a crazy move. It is a 547% gain. But this is applying to my beginners. Would you believe me if I told you that the journey from here to here is something similar? It's actually much greater, actually. The journey from here to here is 2,600%. The journey from here, July 2017 to the top is 1,000%. However, on the chart, it looks like the journey from here to here is bigger, where in fact the journey from around here to here is 2 times more. Here to
why
here.
that is?
Sorry?
You know why the charts do that?
Yes, I know why, because it's just to do with the mathematical X's in changes the price. So if something goes from $10 to $100, then that's 900% up. Whereas if something,
you know why it makes the past gains look smaller?
yes, because the chart's much smaller.
You know, it's to do with a mathematical function of the way that data is calculated. I think I've gone over this before.
Okay.
So you see down in the bottom, it says log.
Log, where?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Click that. That is what the chart actually looks like.
Yeah.
So when you click on log scale, that puts it that everything is relative. All the gains are relative. So this is the true chart.
Yeah, no one looks at this one.
Only 5% of the world even know that the percentage of the world that even know that log scale is the true representation of the chart is terrifying.
Yeah.
So when you look at charts on log scale and on the weekly or on the monthly, that's where you see the real support lines, the real tops, the real bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
Without doing that, you kind of got a bit of a clue, but not that. Do you see how accurate those bounces are now?
Yeah. Well, I had the log on the VT, but I didn't have it for Bitcoin. Yeah. So we've seen that since my birthday, 15th of June 2022, we've seen a good little bounce in the stock market. It looks small visually, however, that is a 10% bounce.
That's crazy.
That is a lot. That is a lot. This is like basically from here to here is not quite 10 trillion, but a good 8 trillion within the stock market. Now, the general consensus, as I said at the start of this webinar, was we would come crashing down. No, we would bounce up and then we would crash down. And the reason why we were so confident about that, and that was the consensus of the world, was because it was pre-earnings report season, and we were expected that earnings reports would be really bad. However, earnings reports were actually quite good. So right now,
plus the meaning of recession got changed.
Yes, and the meaning of the recession got changed. So let's just have a look at the US market. So the US market has taken a 14% drawdown from all-time highs, whereas the global market has taken a 15%, around the same. Everything's moving together, which is good because the US is the world reserve currency, and it's good when the US economy is doing well. Let's have a quick look at how other assets.
Go back to one of the assets I want you to look at there again, which gave away the whole game, is when you went to the VTI, I think you was on.
I was on the VT, but yeah.
Oh no, you go VTI, and then I think you zoomed out, and it was looking at the RSI and looking at that low point and in correlation to the RSI.
Wait, jump to VT or VTI?
There. Now look at where the RSI was.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was low. However, let's just have a look at the monthly. No, I think it was the weekly where I spotted something.
Yeah, there we go. It was on the weekly. Look at that RSI. Look how clear that is.
Yeah, the RSI hasn't been here since coronavirus.
That is mad. That's mad.
And it formed a perfect double bottom. Okay. That was literally screaming that the market was going to bounce up at least some way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, let me just share some quick screenshots that I took from our favorite TA guy, blockchain backer. 1 second. So I found some interesting information. Okay, so this is just to iterate. Oh, come on, don't freeze on me. Don't freeze on me. Okay, so this graph here just iterates the correlation of all cryptocurrencies.
No, it's a bit messy. There's been a lot going on.
Not all cryptocurrencies, but how cryptos move together. So as you guys know, usually how the markets work is Bitcoin is the first to go, followed by Ethereum, followed by altcoins. This trend has seldom been broke since the dawn of crypto.
And XRPs always last.
XRPs always last. Yeah. So keep stacking your XRPs if that is a cryptocurrency that you believe in. And then, interestingly enough, so blockchain backer, which again is one of our favorite TA people, our blockchain sensei, he tweeted that Bitcoin has never experienced a real crash. It just keeps flourishing in bull markets. So in the macro, which you can just take a look over here, we can literally see that every single Bitcoin bull market is tied to every stock market bull market. And that's been the trend since 2008. So that's a 13-year trend. As we can see over here, we are, in 2021, we reached a crazy new all-time high, which made sense for everything to pull back and for us to create new all-time highs within the next cycle. When is that next cycle? That is the big question, which hopefully Mr. Harding can help us with his very, very brazy TA.
Okay, has everybody got their big boy pants on?
I got the big boy pants. I got the big boy pen. Ready to
big boy
pants.
Big boy and big girl pants on. It's time. You ready? So I don't normally go this hard on TA. So this might eat into the question time, unfortunately. But it's all about just sharing a value for you guys. So if you get this, oh boy, the game. So let's start off where we need to start off. So this is the Wilshire 5000 total market. Look at that perfect top right there. What are we expecting now that this is hit? So this is the accumulation of 5,000 stocks. So this is probably a truer representation of all the stocks in the world put together in one index. We can see this perfect level here, but we can also see that it's a key zone because look at this is where it was a support zone. This is now where it's a resistance. So we would be expecting this to move down from here. But again, what we want to do is we want to react. We don't want to predict. But nonetheless, that's looking pretty obvious. So let's now go to the VT, see what we see. And you can see I've already got my 200 moving average already in there like I always do. It never comes up. I try to always keep it in there at all times. Now, anyone that's done lessons with me knows there's a golden rule about the 200 moving average. Look what happened here when the price went over the 200 moving average. Look what happened here when the price went below the 200 moving average. And that's the daily one. Look how powerful that is when we go to the weekly one. So right now, the price has just hit the 200 moving average, which coinkydinky was at the same point where the previous high was, this green line here. Yes, we dipped out of it a little bit, but this is what made me very confident that hitting this area and we would get some kind of buying pressure. Now, although we've got this buying pressure, do I expect it to stay there? No. how high do I expect it to go up? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Right now, I'm not actually buying. I'm waiting for this moment. The moment we cross over this line and this trend, that's when I'm doubling down on my buying. So obviously I bought during here already. You would have seen me because that's my buying zone for stocks. But you'll be able to see it a little bit clearer when we go to crypto. So when we look at the crypto total market, what do we think's happened? Here we go. This buying zone. We got this perfect support line just here along the bottom. We can see all these beautiful touches. And we got the 200 moving average. So we can see a while back, and it's all over Twitter, that we predicted that this movement would happen, that we would get a movement up all the way back up to the couple of trillion mark, and then down, 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 back into this same supply zone or lower. What does that look like on Bitcoin? More or less the same. So we can see here on Bitcoin, it dipped below this 200 week moving average and then has popped back up. But what did it do? It stayed within this supply zone just here that we can see. Yeah. Which was a previous high and a previous top for 2018. So you're starting to see a pattern here that we've come down to previous highs. That's what's happened. And then we're bouncing up. So what would happen at this point is when we bounce up now is the same rule would apply. Is it a breakout or is it not a breakout? So it's not a breakout just yet because it hasn't actually gone over this white line right here. When it goes over this white line, every investor that's in this game, in the big boy money, is going to pump Bitcoin. And it'll probably get to this 52K mark. And it will bring all crypto with it. So again, let's keep looking at things and seeing what other correlations we have. So we've got the VIX. And the VIX right now, as we know, when the VIX is down, the market is up. When the VIX is up, the market is down. But we can see the VIX has hit a key support level and has also hit the 200 moving average. So what would we expect from this? Any guesses? What direction would we expect the VIX to go? Not permanently, but temporarily. We would expect it to go up a little bit. Now, in that little movement up, what's going to happen? The markets will come down a little bit. So over this next week, possibly to do with the Coinbase earnings or something else, the market will come down. And everyone will be like, oh yeah, the market's definitely going down. And at that moment, depending on what happens on that day, if we either flip up or if we come crashing down, that's the direction that we're going to go for the next 3 to 4 months. So let's look at the S&P 500. And I'm going to show you some magic here. So this one you're going to want to put in your notes, what I'm about to show you here. Again, we can see that moving average there on the 200 week right there. But let's now change this to the daily and see where that moving average is, the 200-day moving average. Boom, right up here, waiting to slap it down. So what would that suggest? That would suggest, yes, we've broken out of one trend, but then when we move this white line up now, bingo.
Yeah.
We're just here. So it's come to this area and now it's looking like it wants to go down. It'll probably squeeze up to here and then get in trouble with the 200-day moving average, come back down. And it's now when we get into this area, when it bounces off this white line. So up to here, then back down. What it does when it retests this white line decides absolutely everything. If it breaks down and comes down, we're going all the way down.
That's what we want.
If it goes up, then it's kind of what we want, because then we're going to make a lot of money on the cryptos that we're holding, and a lot of the stocks that we're holding.
More time to buy.
Unfortunately, we might not have more time to buy. That's the problem. That's why dollar cost averaging comes in. So what I want to do is show you a very interesting thing. So I need you to think macro for a second here, guys. So at the moment, the DXY, which is the dollar index, which is the strength of the dollar against other currencies, right? What direction is that? Up. So if the dollar is up, who is that good for? Type in chat.
It's definitely good for America.
Good for America. Okay.
Good for cash holders. Good
Who
for
else is it good for?
cash holders.
Anyone else is good for? Oh yeah, nobody. It's not good for anybody if the dollar goes up. Why? Because if the dollar goes up, massive corporations like Apple, Microsoft, all of those big boys, most of their customers and most of their revenue isn't from America, it's from overseas. So that means when they're doing their FX trades and they, let's say, for example, you sell 100 million worth of goods in euros and you convert it back into dollars, you've actually lost money.
Right.
Now, that increase in the value of the dollar then affects smaller countries like Malaysia, like Indonesia, like India, because the effect that has on their logistics, their supply chain, on everything is crazy. This is why Sri Lanka went bankrupt, because what ended up happening, the value of the dollar increased so much, it meant that they didn't have enough dollars to be able to, the dollars that they had, they couldn't buy, people couldn't buy things because the value of the dollar went up too much. So if the value of the dollar goes up, it's not good for anybody. So as we can see, what's happened, the value of the dollar has come down a little bit. And what's happened to the stock market? It's gone up a little. So this is the key area we're watching on this, is if it breaks this. If we break this, this is where we're going to have a fun crypto zone and loads of money is going to go pouring into the stock market.
Can we just see where the dollar was during November 2021?
I was just about to see if you wanted to see what happens when we compare the value of the dollar to the S&P 500.
Yeah, I understand dollar goes up, assets go down, dollar goes down, assets go up. In the macro.
See that? So the dollar, the value of the dollar goes down, the markets go up. The value of the dollar goes up, markets go down. What was the other thing you wanted to see?
I just wanted to know where the dollar was in November 2021. That was a peak.
Around this key level.
Yeah.
So now, what I wanted to show you was the 20-year bond, 2-year bond, 2OY. Two-year bond. I think it's this one. If we compare this to the SPY, it should be this one. I might have to take it off log. Okay, I'm gonna find this pairing at some point. Blah, blah, blah. Let me come off this. So let's go to my main portfolio. I'm sharing that with you guys. So main portfolio. This is my keepers portfolio. Those of you that are tuned in. Google. Probably heard me say this 1,000,001 times. Massively undervalued right now, in my opinion. As the leaders in AI. Also, they've done the stock split. So now you get it for like $100. Do you want to get what?
I said, do you want to take off that compare because it's squeezing down your chart?
Yeah, I've taken it off. So let me whack in the RSI. Boom. So, oh, just done it twice. Okay. Again, we can see this area here. What was it before? Previous highs made previous bottoms. This RSI level back here, when it came to the lowest point, again, last time it was there was COVID. Last time it was there was here in this dip here, the COVID dip. Last time it was there, we can see what's happened every single time. Now, at the moment, it's under the 200-day moving average. But let's go to another one that I'm looking at, and that is Coinbase. Now, the reason I'm looking at Coinbase is because you got to really understand the assets that this thing is holding. You got to understand the revenue that this thing is holding. And this is my buy zone right here. I don't buy Coinbase unless it's in this zone here, around the $150 mark. Yes, I should have bought some around the $40 mark. That would have been amazing. But I didn't because it's not my buy zone. I'm very strict with my buy zone on Coinbase. So even though I knew all these fundamentals, it wasn't in my buy zone. So I bought it. I'm waiting for it to go back here. And again, we can see it's going to have a bit of trouble because this moving average is coming in just here. But if it breaks this 200-day moving average, pew, we're going all the way back up. But the key thing and the reason why I'm highlighting this is because if you get the magic, you get the magic. Coinbase IPO'd at $427, more or less, right? You could have got it for $40. Not for one day, but for several weeks. Does that look like a bottom is in? Pretty clear that a bottom was in on Coinbase. So now we're pumping up. Again, the only thing that's worrying me here is this gap. So obviously TA are some of my favorite options. So DOT, again, super clear that a bottom was in. I've been saying for ages that we'd get $5 DOT. We got $5 DOT. The bottom was in. I was copying. I hope he was copying. Again, it's now at $9, which I think is still a crazy bargain. I'm expecting the markets to move down slightly this week because the RSI is really high on it. So we'll come down ever so slightly. I'm going to buy again. Same thing on BNB. I'm expecting BNB to be one of the first ones to break this moving average. Again, because if we look at this RSI, it's super high. It's just hit this moving average. If there's ever a time when it's going to go down, it's going to be now. BNB, everything's suggesting it's going to come down. If it comes down and then bounces off this area here, anywhere between 218 and 175. In fact, let me make that my new buy zone. That's my new cop zone. Anywhere between there. Where am I expecting this thing to go? 3K. Yep. You heard me say it. That's where I'm expecting Binance to go to. Same thing with Cardano and Polygon. They've got amazing buy zones. Well, let's not ignore the one that is majorly below ICO and majorly got crazy users and crazy revenue. Why has it got crazy users? Because it's just integrated with Instagram. That's got 1 billion users. So it now automatically is going to become the most used NFT platform or NFT integration in the entire crypto ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
It started off at $35. It's now been, and again, you can see how clear was this bottom.
Very clear.
And was it doing it once? Was it around there for a week? No, it was around there since like 11th of June. For almost a month, it just played around this area. You could have got flow like I did. I bought some more flow at
2x on the dip.
at $1. It's now at $2.95. Now, if this gets back to ICO price,
That little dip.
now normally a chart that looks like this, I am not interested. However, the fundamentals on this one are crazy. It's in Instagram's portfolio. It's in Coinbase's portfolio. It's in Andreessen Horowitz's portfolio. So retail isn't buying here, but institutions, trust me, they were doing something around here. And look at this RSI, again, suggesting there should be a bit of a dip on it. But let's say from here, where we are now, from $4 to ICO price, that would be 1,254x. So yeah, on that one. So let me just go to my notes that I had that I wanted to share with you.
Oh, people beat this game,
Bro.
So it was to compare the 2-year bond to the SPY.
I had to button up
Wait,
again.
did you say 1,250%?
Yeah.
You said X, bro.
No, he didn't say X. He said percent.
Okay, it's percent. Okay, we're gonna play it back. He said X, but it's calm.
My bad.
Yeah, 4 to 35.
Yeah.
You know me. If anyone knows me, I only load up on things that are brazy. So I'm gonna just gonna fire some things out now. So take notes if you can, because this is gonna be quick firing. So there is something called, let me see if I can find it right now. The S5 Let me see if this comes up. Yeah, got it. So this shows the amount of stocks above the 50-day moving average in the S&P 500.
Whoa.
And again, look, you can see the RSI is high. So what are we expecting for the next couple of days? Maybe a come down to the 200-day moving average, and then
Let me say a board.
on that one. So next is DXY up, bonds up, markets up, big dumps at inbound. So we've seen the bond markets are up, which doesn't make any sense. Let me just go back to that again. So if the bond markets are up, it means people shouldn't be holding on to cash. They should be going into bonds. This is from an institutional level. If the stock market is up, the bond market is never also up as well. If the dollar is up, the stock market isn't normally up as well. But right now, we're in a very strange situation where all things are up. Why would all things be up? Oh yeah, because they're trying to dump on everybody. So right now, when the technicals don't match the fundamentals, that's normally what happens. So good numbers, gold. So I'm going to give you my number on gold. So I'm not normally interested in gold, but I think if we can get this TA, I've got it at 1,720. Boom, right here is a key level for me. So if we come back down to 1,720, I'm going to purchase me some gold. So look out for that one. You might be able to see it better on the weekly. Yeah, there we go. You can see it way better on the weekly. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. 1,720. And you can see the moving average is creeping up as well. So I'm expecting this to come down from where we are right now on gold. And again, I only get in things if I'm expecting a 20-to-1. So this is a perfect, nice little breakout we're expecting here. We got the support line all along here, the major support line all along here, the 200 moving average creeping in here. The RSI is not that high. Looks like it's going to come down and dip crazily on the RSI, then explode out. So 1,720 is my price for gold. Oil, again, is the thing that moves the whole bloody market. Like if oil prices are up, then the markets crash. Does anyone know why the market is tied into oil? It's quite obvious.
Say that again, bro.
Why do the markets do bad when oil goes up?
Because in times of uncertainty, the market, the whales invest in commodities, natural resources.
That, yes, but also why do the markets tend to go down after the oil price has gone up? Think about it. It always relates to logistics and shipping and business. Just like with the dollar, if the dollar goes up and oil goes up at the same time, what does that mean for international business?
It's not good for them because it's gonna cost more.
Yep. And that's what triggers the inflation, is when the oil price goes up. So oil, as we can see, has come down now. So we're looking at the stock market going to continue just alongside with the DXY. So let's add that in at the same time. So the dollar basket and this at the same time. It's not showing it clear enough. I might have to come off log scale. Oh, it's not even letting me do it. Okay. Anyway, when the oil is down, the market tends to go up. And again, we can see just here, there's a nice little support level just here. So we're going to get a little bounce up. And if the oil price goes up temporarily, what happened? The markets will come down temporarily. Then from there, it will come through. And this is the real danger zone right here. Right here. Hopefully you can see it. This is my price that I'm buying oil. So my price is $62. We hit that price and the moving average is there. Boy.
Its own.
Boy. That's when I'm expecting the entire market to fly up. So final one is that this is from Debs, not from me. So this is a mad find from Debs. And this is Debs, who's a former Goldman Sachs trader, is Snapchat. Look how low Snapchat is right now.
Jeez.
Look at that RSI on Snapchat.
Jeez. Jeez.
Does Snapchat still have revenue?
Oh, look where it's at, bro. Bro.
Yeah. Now this is where it gets even more crazy on Snapchat. Its IPO price was $27.
No, man.
You can get Snap for the same price you would have got it if you got it pre-seed.
That is mad.
So if Snap even gets to $30, which is here, this area here, you've done 200%.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So big shout to Debs on that one.
Snap could be a snipe, you know. Snipings.
Final one.
Snapchat is 8x down from all-time high.
So that's Snap, Flow, Coinbase, that are all madly below IPO and ICO levels. So final thing that I'm going to do here.
Wait. I don't want to get things wrong, okay? Let me just correct that because I think that's not quite the right phrase. I don't think they're at IPO price. They're at the initial public price, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't tell you the IPO
price that came out to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IPO price.
So this is a very interesting fact. Did you know that for the past 50 years, any market bounce back that doesn't go past the 50% retrace mark normally means that the bottom isn't in. So when we go past the 50% retrace, so let's pull in the auto fib. This is mad game that I'm giving here. This is like high level shit. So auto fib retracement, whack it in. Let's go zoom in and let's see. Have we got to the 50% mark yet? And how close?
About the 0.5 golden zone.
Yep. So coinky dinky, this 0.5 mark is just where the previous support was and major support was as well. Look, can everyone see it? Just here, this big thick green line. Yeah. If we break this here,
then we're going up.
Then we're going up.
Yeah.
If we don't break this, we're going down. Now, if you want to know if this is true about this theory, let's go back in time and we can see when we look at the 2008, probably not that 2008 one because it's not a good one. We'll go to the 2000 one. Cool. Okay, so here's the 2001. Here's the bounce back that everyone thought was going to happen. Let's put in this retrace. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong thing. My bad. I need it from over there. Yeah. Boom. What did it touch there? Let's make it a bit more. Right here, this red line, that's the 50.
That's a 0.5.
Bang, then dropped.
And then it dropped. If it don't hit the 0.5,
no one's going to be alive. That's the one on that one. So that was your mad crazy TA, your mad crazy plugs, your mad crazy shills. Yo, if you don't get, yo, some mad shills there. So I'm gonna quickly, because we've got 4 minutes left.
Man, I feel like there's been enough TA, man. You man done your thing.
Yeah, it's a bit brazy still.
All I got I can give these guys is buy points where people are at right now.
Go on, fire them off, bro.
All right, then let me share my screen. Just looking at one of them.
I'll mute it on this side.
So you guys can hear me, right? You can see my screen, yeah?
Yep.
So as we all were talking about, dead cat bounce was basically what we sort of came to discover previously, where it would, shing, flicking, right? Which may still play out. So let's look at Bitcoin for a little bit. And so I know there's quite a lot of lines, so I'm going to pull a few of them back and show you guys what these different lines mean. So the orange lines are the points of where people are at in the market, within points of the, what's it called, the harmonics. And then these are just literally like points of support and resistance. So here, in the blue lines. But when I use the harmonics, right? So as you can see, these different lines, you see these lines here, the orange lines that I've made, they're in line with the points in the harmonics right here, boom, where I've created a new one. So what I've done harmonics and stacked them on top of each other. And it gives me different points, price points within the market. So I can actually see, as you can see, these lines are not the same distance apart, right? So you can see how dense it is over here and how it's a bit more loose up here. There's a bit more room, right? So from these different points, which is basically the top of each harmonic that I've made, I can sort of create somewhat of a box in with the actual resistance points that I can see from just doing normal TA. And that sort of makes that little box and that little box here. I know this is a bit larger because there'll be like a top there. But I could use that to sort of see a bit more points in the market as well. One thing that I also do is VPVR. So this is a VPVR, which basically shows all of the buyers and sellers in the market. This bar shows literally the sellers and the buyers. So I've made red lines for basically the points where I feel like there's a lot of people and where the people are at, basically. And there's funny enough, there's people that are actually have placed trades all the way down here, which is kind of jokes. I don't know if they'll ever go through. But you can see that the point where people are actually starting to place their trades here is 17,000 on the Bitcoin price, and a little bit of people here, a little bit less. So I've made it somewhat orange in the 21,000 range and a 31,000 range, as you can see from looking at these bars. So you can sort of see what sort of price points and what price ranges people are actually looking at within the market. There's a big chunk of liquidity in the market in this area right here, which you can see even in the chart within this space, you know. So this is some things that I look at to see where people are in the market and the price points at where they are at, as well as the RSI and the DMI. I don't know if we'll get into the DMI today because it's a bit technical, but it basically shows you the movements of the trend and when the trend will switch from actually going up to going down. So, but yeah, I thought I'd share these little price points and what the VPVR is. So, yeah. Yo, guys.
Thank you very much
Well, yeah.
for musical harmonics.
I thought I'd just do a quick short one because there's been a lot of heavy tier and a lot of, you know.
Nah, they're getting sauce.
saying?
They're getting
But
sauce.
yeah,
It's the game. They always get the sauce. But
exactly. But
yeah,
yeah,
let's wrap up with
any
some
questions, guys? What's everyone saying? Even
Let's
on
go
the
to
Instagram,
newbies.
we're on Instagram live as well right now.
Shania, you've been unmuted.
What's good?
Nope, nothing from Shania. Okay. Next we'll go to Idris. Idris, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Sorry, I missed your just the start, so I missed quite a big chunk. I'll have to read.
You can watch it back on the YouTube.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, good buys. Yeah, thanks for the heads up on most of those stocks.
No worries. Is there anything that you learned in today's episode, or anything you enjoyed, or anything you want to share that you're looking at?
I'm just baffled by the markets. I have been looking. I focus on the US tech, and I just don't understand how, people are talking about, price of oil and all that kind of, petrol and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, and tech stocks are still creeping up. I just don't get it. But I'll have to recap, mate. I'll watch it on YouTube and just make.
Yeah, we covered it. We covered it a little bit, but overall consensus with the tech stocks is, in my opinion, that we're in the middle of a big dump. I think we covered it last session that to ease off on the bubble, we needed to go into a recession. We needed to go down over this quarter. Either that or big pump on tech and on crypto, and all the institutions that were holding earlier, they're going to try and dump all of their stuff in this run, and we'll probably go into depression in 2023, 2024.
Yeah, it's an interesting one how you can just change the definition and we're no longer in the
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The moment people start changing definitions, that's a sign that something's up here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just telling people, look, we're gonna go up, we're gonna go down this week, then we're gonna go up like crazy, most likely. But be careful because the dip after that, it's gonna be a great buying time, but it's down and it'll probably be down for like a year and a half, 2 years maybe. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But I hope. Hopefully.
Thanks for everything.
No worries, no worries.
Man.
Cheers. Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate you coming through.
What's
Yeah.
it, Mike? You think that will be scalping season for the day traders?
Yeah. But remember, we've got that key 50 level. We might not go over that key 50 level, innit? If we don't go over that key 50 level, then we'll go down now, which will be good. And we'll probably stay down until around Christmas.
Yeah.
And that'll give the breathing room that the markets need. And with Nancy Pelosi going to toying around with Taiwan, I don't know why she's over there. I don't know why she's meant that kind of business. I think that might have been actually a political move to get the markets to move down.
Yeah.
I think it might have been markets are overinflated. Let's just send Nancy over there. So it looks like we're about to kick off into some big war with China. Everyone will start pulling out the markets a little bit.
Yeah.
Ease it off. But if that's just her going over there out of curiosity to just play around with China's sworn enemy, nah, don't do them things.
Yeah.
You don't play with people like that, bro. Next, Be Will the Great. What you saying, bro? Oh yeah, his mic was being a bit weird earlier. So
Yeah, he usually B-Will's always down for talking. I think his mic is not working.
yeah, it might be at work and listening in. So do we have any questions on the IG, or is that it? Are we done for today?
I don't think no questions on IG currently.
Any questions? Any questions? No.
Cool. Let's bounce. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Many blessings.